13th of September, which is a Saturday. This boat is going to be our next on-water Stabicraft day. Hey everyone, Mark here again from Northside Marine, and another exciting walkthrough Stabicraft video. So this right here is the very first 2350 Ultra Centrecab we've been able to get our hands on. This has been a very popular model since it was released at the end of May at the boat show in New Zealand, and a bunch of features on what was already a really popular 2250 Ultra Centrecab, but some added features. They've brought the whole 2350 platform onto the same popular hull with a whole range of different transom options. They all give you the opportunity to run either single large horsepower motor or twins, right up to a maximum 350 horsepower on the transom. But a whole heap of new features that have all come aligned with the new 2350 range. One of the really popular ones has been this rear cage system. So when you do select the new rear cages on the 2350s, you get these dual boarding ladders. So been something that a lot of customers have been really liking. So when they are stowed up into the position that they sit, that gives you another fishing platform, also a larger transom area, come up, throw your dive gear, snorkeling, spear guns, all those sorts of things. So when this big 300 horsepower Yamaha is trimmed down, there's a remarkable amount of room on this rear transom area, especially when selecting those rear cages. Another feature that we haven't done until this particular demo boat is the new dive door. So one of the options that Stabicraft now offer as a standard upgrade option is this really cool door system. So not only is it going to be very handy for loading and unloading your guests, so if you're imagining your waterline's about here at the pontoon, this obviously just allows you to lock it into place when not in use. Very handy. There's a little handle on the back, you lift that up, drops down, and set of stairs into the boat. But there'd be a lot of activities, kids jumping on and off the boat, pulling fish into the boat. There'll be a heap of opportunities where this will become very handy. But definitely, especially older guests, etc., getting in and out of the boat makes life easy, even with this one having the rear cages. So yeah, a few other things to point out about this. So it's got the new hard fendering on the side of the boat, which really smartens up the look. As with all of these Ultra Centrecabs, they run that massive chunky rail, so really locks right in when you walk around. Makes you feel very safe. You literally navigate around this boat with no hands. They've actually increased the angle of this forward raked screen. So when you have a look, and especially when you get to see this boat in the flesh, like, it's a very impressive boat, and all these sharp lines, if you're into that, they're certainly becoming an amazing looking package as you put them together. Incorporated the new LED bar light, so that was very popular on the Supercab 2350, now available on all three 2350 platforms. A new re-engineered electric motor mount, so this will accommodate, obviously, that very strong and well engineered, but it accommodates some of those larger, heavier, bigger electric motors that are on the market now. And you can just see this added sharpness of the bow, so wouldn't be hard to find a lot of very good reviews on this new 2350 hull, but very sharp entry point. They've raked up these pontoons, so this has just softened any potential for water to catch. Having the pleasure of driving these 2350s, they are just a very impressive large plate boat for offshore use. And what we'll do is we'll quickly jump in the boat, show you some of the other features, but just a quick little walkthrough of our brand new demo. So if I've got your attention, this boat is going to be our next on-water Stabicraft day. So 13th of September, which is a Saturday, we'll be doing our usual thing, no obligation, come on down, and not only do you get to go for a ride in this boat, but if you've got your boat license, you get an opportunity to drive it. So very exciting. Not many people have been able to drive an impressive Stabicraft like this, but register for the on-water day and you certainly get that opportunity. So we'll jump up on the boat and I'll show you a few other features. But yeah, just a super impressive new model. Get on down here, check it out. It'll be here until at least the end of October, even though this particular package has just been sold. So now in this new 2350 Ultra Centrecab, you'll notice that obviously we've got this really impressive walk around. So very large entry point to get around without any hands. I can very easily navigate around this boat. One of the major fishing attributes of this boat is you can fish from the tip of the bow to the very back of those cages. So that's a pretty impressive thing. Now this one also has an upgrade to our 360 Evolution rod holders. So by pushing this, I can actually maneuver which way I want those rods to orientate for when fishing. This is the game transom. Didn't go with any tuna tubes, but I've just got a massive live well option. So that's access to our live well. Central tackle station, 2 really good quality waterproof drawers. Again, from the Supercab, these have been extremely popular, but there are a few transom options, and make sure you know what you're going to get when you're placing an order. This is the inside aspect of the new dive door. So that's your little latch to access that. I'm loving that feature. That's really nice. Got a set of rear drop clears on this one, so that just helps enclose the cabin. So in a cool environment, you can really trap that heat in, but on a hot day, you'd obviously either take them off or open it up. Big sliding windows as well. So here in Queensland, we're definitely going to need as much ventilation as we can. Bunch of seating options, but importantly, they've gone with the suspension seating out of the 2350 Supercab. Again, that's been really popular. I just went with a couple of just split lid ice boxes for behind that. So with the idea being is that you've got, you know, ability for fish, food, bit flexible with whatever you're doing on the day. So they just tuck in there, and even though it's a walk around, you've still got quite a good sized little V-berth sleeping area, which just sits on a set of fold down extensions. So when you do extend it down, it's not too big, but it's certainly a place that if you needed to, you could have a bit of a lie down. So heaps of rod holders like with all of the Stabies, the new rear cages, the new dive door. This is a brand new model walk around on the larger hull, 400 litre fuel tank, up to 350 horsepower on the back, and just nothing rivals this for the fishability, you know, trailerable boat under 3.5 tons. So come check it out and register for our on water day if you're interested. Cheers.